As you guys already know, both Jake and Rebecca were in court for the first time today. And just to look at these photos, I'm no body language expert, but look at Rebecca. Her shoulders are held high. She looks like a woman who still has her guards up. She looks like she kind of has an attitude, like she doesn't want to be there, like she's almost keeping up the act. She doesn't look like someone who is mourning her son. She doesn't look like someone who has confessed and is feeling guilty. Now, look at her really quickly and then look at Jake, and you tell me the difference that you see. Because the difference that I see is that Jake's shoulders are lowered. Jake is leaning back. Jake looks relaxed. Okay? Jake looks like a weight has already been somewhat lifted off of his shoulders. A weight that has not been lifted off of Rebecca's shoulders yet. And we know that as of right now, Rebecca's sticking to her original story. We don't know exactly what Jake is saying, but the fact that Jake was out there searching for Emmanuel with law enforcement, that tells you a lot. We know that he's talking to the cops. And I wonder if Rebecca knows that yet. I wonder if Rebecca knows that Jake is already flipping, that Jake is not sticking to the original story. And if she does know, I wonder how she feels about it. And will that be enough to make her, change her tune? Because if she knows what's good for her, she needs to go ahead and start talking a little bit more than what she is. Because sticking to the original story is not going to work. And Jake has already come to that realization. And that's why you saw him on the side of the road. He's trying to work out whatever deal possible. And I'm sure that deal will involve throwing Rebecca completely under the bus. However, I posted a video over on my main channel, Cinema Shogun. Go watch that video to get the full details. Outside of the court, On the Tierra was out there doing interviews, and he says that he just got a new lead. Some Costco employees have come forward saying that they saw Jake and Rebecca and Emmanuel alive on August 10th. Now, this is really crazy because everyone, including myself, and when I say everyone, I don't mean every single person, but the majority of people have assumed that something most likely happened to Emmanuel a while back, a couple of weeks ago, definitely further back than August 10th. So this new detail is changing how a lot of people are looking at the case. But here's what sticks out to me. Because if you look through the paperwork and stuff that was released today, law enforcement made it clear in the paperwork that they believe that whatever happened to Emmanuel happened between August 5th and August 14th. That tells us that law enforcement believes that whatever happened to Emmanuel happened as far back as August 5th. Now, I thought that it could have even happened before then. But law enforcement on the official paperwork, they say that something happened between August 5th, August 14th. Now, why does that stick out so much? Well, because the Costco employees are claiming that Emmanuel was seen alive on the 10th. Now, if that is the case, then this means that either A, law enforcement is unaware of this information, or B, law enforcement is aware of this situation and they looked into it and it turned out that it wasn't Emmanuel there on the 10th. But if law enforcement was unaware about all of this, I'm sure they are aware now. And if it turns out to be true, it's going to change how they're looking at this case. It's going to change how they are approaching this case. Because remember, they think that something may have happened as far back as August 5th. Now, from August 5th to August 14th, that's like a 9-day window. So law enforcement is going to be working hard, and this will take a while. They're going to be trying to retrace Jake and Rebecca's steps for an entire 9 days. They're going to try to figure out any and every move they made for an entire 9 days to pinpoint when they think the exact time is that they did whatever they did to Emmanuel. Now, if this turns out to be true, and Emmanuel was seen alive at Costco on the 10th, then that means that law enforcement gets to shorten that window by 5 days. And that is huge. I'm sure law enforcement would love that. Investigators would love that. If they could narrow down that window from 9 days to 4 days, that would be a big help to them. And that would change how they approach this case, how they're looking into this case. That may blow some of their prior theories out of the water. And maybe they could narrow in on certain locations that they want to go to. Maybe they could find certain evidence that links back to those dates. So any piece of information we get, that could help law enforcement narrow down this window, it's obviously very helpful because, at the time of this recording, we still don't know when's the last time someone saw Emmanuel alive. And I would really like to have that question answered. It's crazy because mom and dad are already in jail charged with murder, and we still don't know when's the last time someone saw Emmanuel alive. Usually, this isn't something difficult to find out. But for some reason, whatever reason, it feels like Rebecca was hiding that baby from the world. And it's made me think that maybe Emmanuel was injured or hurt prior to them actually taking his life because, I don't know, maybe it's just a weird family dynamic, but no one has seen that baby. Like, most of the family have never even seen Emmanuel in person, so that still weirds me out, but I'm hoping that, maybe this sighting at Costco is real, and that will help out law enforcement because we all want answers, and I know they do as well, but I'll keep looking for answers, and I'll keep you guys updated. So if you enjoy the channel, make sure you support by liking the video, share the video, subscribe, drop a comment. If you would like to donate, you can donate via Cash App or Super Thanks. Always greatly appreciated. But with all that being said, I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.